So myself, Narendra Kumar Malapati. So I have 12 years of experience in the IT field. During my career, I got a chance to work on various MDM tools like AirWatch, JAMF, as well as Intune. So my current expertise is also mainly on Intune and JAMF. Uh, Majorly, I work on Android, iOS, and Windows and Mac OS device management using Intune and JAMF. I also have experience on cloud platforms like Azure, and I'm also part of a TMD community. And I write blogs mainly on Android and iOS devices, majorly on the Android and iOS devices. So this is a brief introduction about me. You can follow me in LinkedIn through here. So hope you are enjoying the sessions which we are conducting this week. So I have one of the basic concept of how to manage your Android devices using Android for work. So let's dive into that. So as part of today's session, I will be covering what is Android Enterprises and what are the different options available in Intune and as well as the Android Google provides for Android devices. And we will see how to bind Intune to the managed Google Play. So we will see what is a managed Google Play and what is the importance and how to bind it. We'll bind the Intune managed Google Play. Intune with the managed Google Play. I will show you a demo how to do that. And we also learn about what are the enrollment restrictions, and we'll see how to enroll. And once everything is done, I'll also show you how to enroll. Demo and enrolling a device. So, without further ado, let's jump into the session. Okay. So basically, what is Android Enterprise? It is a feature from the Google which enables organizations or ITT organizations to manage their Android devices and corporate devices as well as the personal devices using two different, which will differentiate your personal space as well as the workplace corporate data. So the Android devices can be managed in two ways. One is a Android device admin, which is a legacy method, which is with Android stopped giving you new APIs or stopped supporting the Android device admin. So which is a legacy method now. Even Intune will be stopping its support from December 2024, I believe. So the newer one is Android Enterprise. So Android Enterprise can be done. It can be divided into two parts. So one is for managing your personal devices, as well as the second way is to manage corporate devices. Uh, Hello. Okay. Thank you, guys. So we can manage Android, and we can enroll your personal devices under the BYD concept that we will be using Android for work for your personal devices and Android corporate device management. So where you will enroll your corporate devices. We will discuss more about the corporate device management in coming slides. So in the device admin, the admin application. So when I mentioned Android device admin, so the admin application will have full control over the device. So there is no segregation between the corporate data as well as the personal data. So whenever you enroll a device into the device admin, you will be providing entire access to the MDM application, whether it may be, in our case, it will be company portal app, and you will, the MDM solution will have, Intune will have the entire control over your mobile device. So, which is not a good idea given the privacy and many other things, security. So that is the reason Google came up with the new concept called Android Enterprise. So let's see. Now let's see how about Android for work. So in this type of enrollment, majorly it is used for personal devices. So user can use their own personal devices and they can enroll into the Intune. So when the device is enrolled into the Intune using Android for work, there will be a separate workspace which is called as a workspace is created once device is enrolled. While you can we can see that there is a clear segregation between personal and workspace content. So this separates the workspace as well as the personal data. So the workspace will have the apps which are deployed or assigned by the your organization or IT admins as per that, as per the requirement. Now, the major advantage of this one is you can pass and turn on the workspace based on the requirements, and we also have a control to pass the notification whenever during off hours. Let's say you want to pass notification of your work application during after office hours, we can do that. So organizations can manage these work apps while without touching your personal applications, and the data will be remain private. So the MDM solution will have the control only over the corporate application. They cannot view or they cannot do anything on the private space. So let's coming to the Android enterprise for corporate devices. So the corporate devices can be enrolled into three types in three ways. So majorly one is a corporate owned business only model where your organization will have the control and over entire over the device. You can allow only the application which you want to view. User cannot use it for personal purpose. They cannot download the applications uh, as per their wish. So they can use only the application which are assigned or which are published to the user. The second one is the corporate owned personally enabled. So in this method, it is kind of similar to the Android for work. So where you will be allowing user to have a personal space as well as the workspace. So there will be a clear segregation between personal space as well as the work work workspace. The third one is a corporate owned dedicated devices, which are nothing but the kiosk method. In this method, you will be restricting the devices to a single app or multi apps. So you can have a single app where user can use only for that single purpose. Or you can also deploy multiple applications. Let's say you want to have a multiple application to be deployed. You can also have use the multi-app method using Intune managed home screen. You can have the multi-app method as well. Let's see how this enrollment looks like in real time. So in the Android for work, this is the personal. This is for BYOD devices. So let's see. So here, as I mentioned, there will be a segregation between the managed workspace as well as the personal profile. So in this personal profile, it is unmanaged personal space, and the work profile will be managed by the MDM solution, by the Intune. So the application which are downloaded or which are installed in workspace will be differentiated by using the briefcase symbol. So if you see any application with a briefcase symbol, it means it is a corporate device. So in the corporate application. So now coming to the corporate devices management. So um, when you see this one in the fully managed device, which is nothing but a corporate business only, the entire device will is managed by the MDM, which is nothing but Intune. So you cannot have a different container or workspace or a personal space. It is totally managed by the Intune, and you will have only the corporate data here. In the corporate owned personally enabled, uh, so as I mentioned, there will be a managed the personal space will also managed by the Intune as well as the workspace here. So in the in the kiosk mode, you can lock it down the devices into single application or limit the access to the user entire device. So you will have only a one application. There will be no other application. So recently, Intune also introduced Azure shared model. So where you can use the devices into the shared method. So this is the overview how it will look like in a pictorial way. So let's go to the other option. So let's understand what is a managed Google Play. So managed Google Play is a Play Store, which is given, provided by the Google, which can be utilized to deploy the application or assign, approve the application to the devices which are enrolled into the Android enterprise. So it is a secure platform where you, as I mentioned, organization can assign the applications and protect the corporate data. Now, you can also deploy, upload the LOB application, which are nothing but a line of business application or private applications in the managed Google Play, and then you can them to the assign it to the end user. So initially, we used to integrate in order to bind Intune. We have to use an enterprise Gmail account. So that Google released with a new feature. The Google enabled to use the corporate identifiers as well for integrating the Intune with the managed Google Play. So the Intune started supporting that feature from August 2024. So I'll show you that how to bind using the corporate identifier this today. So let's go to the demo. Just a moment, guys. Let me share my screen again. Hope you guys are able to see my screen. Okay. So once I log into the Intune, I'll go to the Android section, then enrollment. So this is the place where you integrate your Intune with the managed Google Play. So I have now signed in as a Naren at hdmdc.com. So when I click on this one, you can see that my device is not, my tenant is not integrated with the Google Play Store, managed Google Play. So I need to click on I agree with permission because Microsoft will send the information, both user and device information to Google. So we need to agree to that. And once you agree, you can see this launch Google Connect now has been enabled. So click on the launch, this one. So you can see that it will automatically fetch my. Are you able to see this screen? There is a pop-up open.
Yeah.
There is a pop-up open. Are you able to see that? Okay, let me share entire screen.
Pop-up.
Okay, let me share the entire.
No, we are not able to see it.
Yeah, just give me. Let me share entire screen.
Okay.
Now, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
So, as I mentioned, I'm logged in as a Naren. So you can see that I can also, when I click on launch Google Connect now, a pop-up window open with my credential, my email address. So I'll click on next. So here, either you can continue with the Microsoft account, or you can use your personal or create a new account and sign in with the Gmail account. So I mean, Microsoft and Google are suggesting to use the same my Azure identity or Entra ID identity accounts, because it will be easy for managing every Google subscriptions. So we'll discuss about what are the subscriptions which are available while signing up. So I'll be signing with the Microsoft. So you have to provide few permissions, like user's basic profile will be shared to the Google, as well as it will also access the data given to access. So we have to provide a consent on behalf of our organization. Then click on accept. So you can see that, right? So automatically my first name and last name has been populated based on the Entra ID. Now we need to provide the company name. So this company name will be visible here in the I'll show you where it will be visible. I need to select the India. So whether you need to have a communication, if you want to have the communications from Google, you can click on yes. If you want to reject it, you can click on no. So make sure whatever the email account or whatever the intra ID account which you are using have the valid email office. I mean access to the emails. So without the emails, because that is required in order to manage a few of communications and some of the other requests. So I'm selecting as a no because I don't want to have the feature updates or specific offers. So click on continue. Now, as I mentioned, it is always better because to manage all the subscriptions, we need to use the Entra ID, right? So here are some of the subscriptions which Google is providing while you are binding your Intune tenant with the Android Enterprise. So Android Enterprise, which is already included. Now you can use the Google Workspace Essential Starter, which is free of cost, as well as the Enterprise Core, Chrome Enterprise Core, and you can use also Chrome OS. So, but I don't want all this subscription. I will click next. Anyway, if you want to manage this subscription, you can go to the Google Cloud Management, and you can always enable these subscriptions. So I don't want any of these things to be subscribed. So I'm clicking on next. So we need to agree to the Google agreements, agree and continue. Now you are, so this will create this will allow and create an account for managing the devices which are enrolled into the Intune. So I'll allow and create it. This will take a minute or two to finish the setup. So it is, if you are already bound your Intune to any managed Google Pay using a Gmail account, you can continue to use that. But if you want to use the Entra ID, you need to disconnect it. If you disconnect the your managed Google Play and Microsoft Intune tenant, it will delete all the. You need to wipe all the devices. I mean, retire all the devices, and you have to remove the applications which are already deployed or assigned to your tenant. So Google is, Intune is advising user to do not do that because you can see this setup is done. So Intune is advising you to do not disconnect and continue because that requires a removal of all the devices. So this is only for the new users or who are frequently removing and reconnecting their tenant to the Intune. So now I have this connected or my managed Google Play is bound to Intune. So this is the notification. I don't know why it is always showing an error. Whenever I try, this is the fourth or fifth time which I'm trying. Every time it gives you an error, but so the connection is established successfully. You can always monitor this status of this Intune connector, manage Google Play connector and tenant administrator, connector. So I can see this manage Google Play app sync, which is synced just now. Now this is one of the first prerequisite we have completed. Now the next one will be the enrollment restriction. So enrollment restrictions are the restrictions for the device for enrolling the devices into Intune, where you can restrict the enrollment of the device based on their platform, OS, manufacturer. Especially for Android devices, we can restrict the enrollment using a manufacturer, minimum OS or maximum OS, and the ownership type. So we have also have device limit restrictions where you can restrict the number of devices that a user can enroll into the Intune. So let's create enrollment restrictions first, because when you enroll in a device, by default it will take you if you do not have the enrollment restrictions, it will enroll the device as a device admin. So similarly, same way, I will go to the enrollment section. Then I have a platform restrictions. I will go to the Android enrolled restrictions. I will create a new restriction. I'll give you demo. You can give a description if you want to. And then I will go to these. So here you can block Android work profile or allow this, and you can also allow the Android device administrator or not. So I will block the Android device administrator. If you want to have a minimum version, so let's say what is a minimum voice version required for any device to enroll in Intune. I will say it is as a 12 because most of the organization will follow the current n and n minus 1. N as in the latest OS version. So you can allow the personal devices or you can block the devices. In our case, I will be allowing personal devices. When you click on block, all the devices which are not defined as a corporate devices will be blocked from enrolling in Intune. So I'll allow this one. And if you want to allow only specific manufacturer to enroll the devices, let's say Samsung, Xiaomi, or Vivo, you can mention this manufacturer name here, and then can click next. You can define a scope tags if you have any. I'm skipping that, and I will assign to the all users. I'll select one of the I'm assigning to one of the group. Click next. You can validate this one and then create. So here I have you can see there are three enrollment restrictions. This is the default one, which has the least priority. So this comes with every tenant. You can directly utilize this one, or you can create a new one. By default, it is assigned to the all users. And when you see this priority, the priority one is the highest priority, and priority 2 is the low second, and default is the least priority. You can change the priority of the priority by just changing the now demo 33008 is the highest priority. So in this way, we can create enrollment restrictions based on OS, manufacturer, or whether you want to allow the personal enabled devices or block the personal devices. So once these are the two prerequisites which you want to do while enabling your users to enroll their devices to 100 So now I have done the prerequisites. Now let's enroll our one of the device. So I have already enrolled a device previously. So I'll show you the video. So once you download the complete portal app, open the application, and then click on sign in. It will when you click on sign in, it will fetches all the device details and the timestamp and everything on the first when you click on sign in. Now I entered the credentials. It will using the auto discovery. It will find my tenant, and then it will authenticate it. If you have any ADFS screen, you will be presented with the ADFS screen. This is the place. Okay, just a minute. So you can see this one, right? Enrolling the Android device involves 3 steps. Are you able to see it clearly, or do I need to maximize this one? Anyone?
Not that much clear.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, the enrollment involves in 3 steps. One is it will create a work profile for you. and then it will activate the work profile, and then it will check for the settings, device settings. So you can see this one. So once the first step is the creating the work profile. You need to click on begin and then continue. So this is the place where you can see the privacy. What are the things your organization see and what never see. So your calls, location, email messages, your personal data, giving the entire personal data will not be visible. What your organization can see. So these are the things of your model number, serial number, operating system, work apps, owner, device name, and these are the things which are can be seen by your organization. So this is the privacy screen which will be provided by default by the Intune. Now it is setting up the work profile. It will take a couple of minutes to set up the work profile. I'm using a Samsung device, so it is asked for the Samsung Knox agreement. Once it is done, it will differ. The screens may differ for different based on the models, based on the device manufacturer. So most of the cases it will be the same steps, but the screens might vary. So it is setting up the work profile. So the work profile has been set. When I click on next, you can see this one, right? So now my original company portal, the company portal which is in my personal space went into background and it is disabled state, and a new application for company portal for work is installed automatically, and it will open that particular application. We can see that as I mentioned earlier. So there will be a briefcase symbol for all the work related application. So now you can see this one. So this is the corporate work application, which is a company portal company portal application. So it will initiate the application. It will launch it. It will automatically fetches the credentials and everything. It is signing in. You can see the work. You can see that the work profile has been created. Now it will. We need to activate the work profile and then update the device settings. I will click on continue. Then it is now it is registering your devices to the Azure intro ID and adding your devices to the company portal. Sometimes if the credentials are not cached properly, it may ask for you to re-enter the credentials. So it is finishing the setting up your work profile. It will take a couple of minutes. So let's it finished the setting up. Now the device settings are also updated. Now device registration has failed. So I'll click on continue. This will again ask me to enter the credentials. I'll enter the credentials. Once I enter the credentials, it will register the device into the Intune as well as a intro ID. So this will take a bit of time. So for time being, I'm fast forwarding that. So my device has been registered successfully. So now my enrollment is completed. So I'll click on done. When I click on done, so my profile has been created, my device has been registered successfully, and then I have device settings updated. So once it is done, so when I click on that, it will give a prompt to the user saying that it will this is a normal personal application, and the applications with the badge symbol are nothing but the corporate application. So you can see the briefcase symbol, and this is the managed Play Store where you will find all the corporate applications here. So you can see my device, and at the bottom, you can see the managed Google Play app. So when I click on the device details, it will show all the device details. Let me show you again. Okay, so when I click on the device details, it will show you everything about my device model, the device name, what is our operating system. By default, the Intune treats any device which are enrolled into Intune as a personal. So we have to define whether the device is a personal or corporate by defining in the corporate identifier. So this is the personal device, so it is already automatically treated as a personal device. That my devices are in compliance. you can always see, you can check the device settings and whether the device is compliant or non-compliant. We'll discuss that compliance policies in the coming sessions, not today. So once it is done, when I click on open on the managed Google Play Store, this is the managed Google Play, where you can see there are no applications deployed as of now. So this is how it will be looked. So users can download all the applications which are assigned to assigned to them. Once this is done, the device is enrolled and the user can access the applications. As of now, I do not have any device. I mean, this was the earlier device, so I cannot show you the device as of now. This may take a bit of time to enroll. So I can see the devices under here because we have recently rebounded. I mean, find the Google Play Store. I need to enroll a device and I need to show you the other thing. So that's how the Android enrollment works and Android for work enrollment works. So any queries, guys? That's what I had for this session.
And there is a question in the chat. I'll read it out. If priority 1 is set to allow and priority 2 is set to block, what will be the outcome?
Priority one will be
Pramod
taken.
asks,
Priority one will
yeah.
be taken. Let's say there are one user who is a part of two enrollment restrictions. If priority one will take the precedence over the priority two.
In Rajni face,
Yeah, you can
you
create
can
a
unmute
dynamic.
yourself and you can ask.
You can create a dynamic device group, but you can have a dynamic device group based on your device queries as well as remote control in the sense you want to control entire device. If so, no, there is no such remote control feature enabled, but you can utilize the Intune suite. With that, we will get remote control of the device. But I guess they in Microsoft has started recently. I'm not sure, but they are planning to start remote control for the Android as well as iOS devices as well. Web app kiosk, I need to check, but I have we can create with the you can use the Edge browser as a kiosk mode. Kiosk mode. You can set your device into a kiosk mode using the Microsoft Edge browser. You can do that. If you are looking for any specific web app, I need to check that one. That thing I need to check and I will let you know, Rajnish, the last one. Global HTTP proxy feature. So what are you exactly trying to achieve with the global HTTP proxy? Is it for Android devices or Windows? You are expert. We have 8 more minutes. So let me know, guys, if you have any queries on these three sessions, which will comparison doc comparison. Rajnish, you can mute yourself and we can have a conversation instead of typing.
Thank you,
There are
Naren.
various.
Thank you,
Okay.
Naren. So, see, Naren, I'm. Thank you for asking the questions. I'm asking why because I'm working on so many MDM solutions, not only this
Mhm.
Intune. So if I want to compare this solution with any other solutions, like there are so many solutions available in the market, like SOTI is there, like VMware, one solution
Yeah.
is there, I forget the name, and then we have other solution which is Ivanti
Okay.
solution, MDM solution is
Yeah.
there. So that's why, see, I want to be compare these things because like marriage engine is now the top, they are competing mostly other solutions also. They said we are giving cheap licenses, cheap this, so that's why if we have or Microsoft has some kind of comparison document, easily we can say that okay, we are on the top, guys, you have this licenses, and if you have this
I
licenses
understand.
we can
Understand that.
implement this.
Understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my question. Yeah, that's why
I
these
understand
features,
that.
see, the feature which I've asked you, Naren, these features are available with the other solution. And
Yes.
whenever I received a pre-sales query from the customer, they are saying that, okay, guys, you are planning to implement this. What we will do with the simple MDM solution? If our requirement is the kiosk method, kiosk requirement, and the full-fledged of Mac management, kind of these things, is some kind of patch management using this. If these kind of feature or remote control for the kiosk devices, for the Mac devices, if it is there, then we can go with this. That's why I asked these questions.
Yeah. I totally understand, Rajnish. So I also have been there in that place. So there are no, I mean, to my knowledge, there are no readily available uh, comparison sheet or a comparison, because
Okay.
each and every product excels in one particular area. So
Right.
let's say Intune is very well integrated with the Microsoft products, and it is very well, you can very well be manage the Windows devices especially. So in Mac area, Intune is lagging. So I mean, when compared to the
And
other
Linux, what
tools,
about the Linux?
it started supporting Linux as well.
Okay.
Chrome OS and Linux are also started, but the server management is not yet enabled or supported in Intune. So
Okay. Still server
likewise,
management is lacking. Okay.
yeah. So likewise, you cannot say this particular product is better than the other product, because each and every product has their own merits and
Their
they
own
have their
features.
own.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
So you have to choose the best out of, I mean, based on your requirement, you have to choose the best out of it. And when compared to the pricing, I always feel Microsoft Intune is a better, because it will comes with the suite of entire suite. Like say M365, it is included with the M365.
No, no, Naren. See the I have the comparison sheet for the other products also. So
Mhm.
that other products, if you compare the pricing is more cheaper. Suppose Intune will give you one single license for minimum $8 to $10. But the other products which are giving for $5, $6, something like that,
But
with all these
this
features.
includes this, Rajnish. You are also missing one point, that it is
Uh-huh.
comes with the entire suite of Microsoft products.
Yes.
So, but the other products may not come with the Microsoft products. So, when you compare, if you are purchasing, if you are using Microsoft products, and then if you want to utilize the MDM solution,
Correct.
my feeling is to utilize the Microsoft Intune.
Okay.
So that depends on the case to case, Rajesh. You
Case to
cannot, I
case.
mean,
Yeah,
we
correct,
cannot,
correct.
yeah,
That depends on
we
customer to
cannot say
customer.
this product entirely. This product is better with the licensing. But when you take, I will give you an example with the workspace one. You will
Mhm.
have the device. I mean, they will charge based on the device licenses.
Okay.
That I have been worked a long back, but they
Mhm.
might have changed the licensing and everything. When I was used to work on workspace one, they were
Mhm.
charging based on the device as well as the user. So if you enroll three to four, a single user can enroll more devices, right? Three to
Correct,
four
correct, correct.
devices.
You're
So
right.
you have to pay per device in that case. Then the cost will be, even though initially you assume one user, two devices. There might be a
Mhm.
user who is willing to enroll three to four devices. Then you will end up paying more to that. In Intune, if you take Microsoft Intune, you can enroll maximum of, you can allow the 15 devices user. So user can enroll 15 devices with a
It's,
single internal
with
licenses.
single license. Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense here because we
Yeah.
can
So
directly
that
port.
depends. I mean, case to case, it will vary
Yes.
case to case. You have to sit, analyze your requirement, and then validate with the other tools. There is no, I mean, no one can give a ready-made solution with a comparison.
Correct, correct,
Even though it is available in the market, but it may not fit for your requirement.
correct, correct. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Naren. Thanks for the answer.